Hey, all, welcome to the Symbio Cannabis Consulting Podcast, where we teach you how to build, scale, and exit your cannabis brand or CBD brand. I'm Aaron Nospish.
And I'm Matt Seibert.
Today, we're going to be talking about how to get Google Ads live for your hemp oil, your CBD product, whatever you have. There's a lot of different products. There's a lot of different ways to do it. This has been a question I'm seeing a lot, and I think a lot of people still are under the assumption that you can't advertise CBD and hemp products on Google. And just frankly, it's not true. It's
I
the same
see
thing
it
we talk about
almost
with Facebook
once a
and Instagram.
week. Like people are saying, I can't advertise on Google or Facebook. It's not possible. I'm like, what are you talking about? We've been doing it for years.
Totally, man. And it is possible. It's cool. The big dogs are doing it, and if you're not doing it, you're missing out. What's cool about these platforms, there's two ways to do it. You can learn how to do it yourself, which we're working on some courses actually on how to teach people how to do these things themselves, and they can watch the course, they can do it themselves. But also we're working, or also you can hire people to do it like us, or you can just go at it yourself. We're giving you the information here, and we're going to go over it today and give it a try, guys. This does work. It is plausible, impossible. It takes a little effort. It takes intention. But if you're not willing to give that, you're not going to be able to stand up against some of these other brands. So without further ado, why don't we get into it, Matt?
Yeah, this is highly valuable, people. So get your notes ready.
Cool. All right, so let's start here. So now here's where people are right and here's where people are wrong. You cannot, so first off, if you ever want to find out if a keyword you can advertise it, you just type in the keyword on Google. So for example, if I type in soap, I'm going to get ads for soap, right? So
yeah,
now
there's my brand Squatch.
And now theoretically, if I typed in CBD, this is where people think that you can't. If you type in CBD, you're not going to get ads for CBD. You'll get some of these Google review or Google listings, which is kind of a curious way to get around it maybe, but there's no ads there for CBD. Or you type in cannabinol, how do you spell it?
Cannabidiol.
There you go.
There you go.
Thank you, cannabidiol. And you also won't get any ads for it. So how can they do it then? Well, it comes all down to what keywords you're using and how your landing page reflects it. So similar to Facebook, in some cases, Google requires you to use hemp instead of CBD. Now, if you type in just standard hemp, you won't really see anything. But now I'm going to add one qualifier, which is hemp oil. And then all of a sudden, look at this. Ads seen on hemp oil. We have Medterra. Reclaim. Organic hemp oil, so learn more. You see there's quite a few actually.
Yep. And then you see,
Barkley,
of course, there's regular hemp oil in there too, but then you got CBD brands in there. And it's all
now even you can see here it's CBG and hemp oil mixtures.
Look at one of our favorite brands, Feels.
Yep. They have the whole flight here.
That's interesting.
Okay. So now, how are they doing this? So the key is for Google Ads, and there's different rules for Facebook and Google. So, they're not the same thing. For Google Ads, you have to use the keyword hemp in your ads rather than CBD. The photo of your product needs to reflect hemp, which means you don't actually have to have your physical product label say hemp. It could say CBD, but the photo of it, the mock-up of it, the one you use on the website, that one needs to say hemp. And then finally, on the landing page of the Google ad, you cannot use CBD, you can only use hemp. So let's start with Feels because they're a go-to for us.
It was the other way. Yeah.
Thank you. So here's Feels. So Fight Premier Hemp Oil, find your dose. I click it. Now look where I'm at, get Feels. Now I know that if I type in Feels, their website is actually feels.com, right? CBD. Now watch this. Get feels.com. Hemp extract. Funny, right? So the key to Google Ads is that you have to use hemp instead of CBD, and it's not really the same way as Facebook. It's its own thing. Now, if I click through this, it jumps me right over to feels.com, and what do we see all of a sudden? We see CBD.
So just to clarify for the people, then it's just the landing page that can't say CBD.
Right. Exactly. So let's do another example. This is Medterra. Now, Medterra has a dedicated site for hemp oil, if I'm not mistaken. So Medterra Hemp versus Medterra.org, right? And then Medterra True Seed Sale. And then here's all the hemp oils I can add to the cart. Look at that, 3,050 reviews. And I can check out from here.
That's crazy. And now, they had a .org.
Now they made a whole website dedicated just to their hemp products. This is a good way to do it. It's not a bad way to do it at all. Like they can
Yeah.
drive traffic from Facebook and Instagram to this, depending on it. So they have the oil, but then they also have the pain cream. So if I hit learn more, they can drive traffic to this from Facebook all day long.
Yep.
Cool. Okay, so let me do one more example. Here is True Botanicals Renew Radiance Face Oil. So this is a topical.
Wow, $110.
658 reviews.
Not bad.
I wonder where they're coming from. Maybe Google Ads.
That's good.
Our best-selling moisturizer. I don't see actually anything about hemp on this one, do you?
Yeah, I don't think that one has CBD in it. Maybe.
Okay, let me hop back over.
Green Roads had it. There you go. Green Roads.
Yeah, Green Roads. Okay, so here's Green Roads. Now, how do they do it? Green Roads again, dash hemp. So they're following Medterra. So this is their hemp specific website. It looks like. So different than Fields, right? Fields had a specific website, but you click through and you get to CBD. For Green Roads, you're on hemp. And even if I click the Green Roads, I'm still on their hemp oil variation. So they've essentially duplicated their page, and they're marketing everything as hemp for compliance reasons. Curious.
Seems like the bigger companies have done that. Like Green Roads and Medterra are huge, and so they're.
And here's Papa and Barkley, also huge, but not nearly as big as those guys, I don't think. But how they did it, look how simple this site is. Like this is similar. It's Papa Barkley and hemp.com, but it's a very simple site compared to those more complex ones. But I think this is bringing it much better. So two ways to do it: either a landing page is a dedicated site for hemp that you click through to your regular pages, or a dedicated site for hemp products in itself. You can just duplicate your page, change every word, find and replace CBD for hemp, and that will do it.
Yeah, and you can hit us up, people, if you need help building out websites or landing pages. We work with partners that do that.
And notice how it says hemp here. So these, like when you actually order the product, it's probably not saying hemp. It probably actually says CBD on it. But you want to be mindful of that. It might say hemp, I don't know, but that's something to be mindful of. Okay, so then, let's say now you got hemp oil ads live, but you got to compete with all these big dogs, right? Well, that sucks. So how can we get around that? How can we try to get some traffic that they're not getting? Well, you got to get creative with your keywords. So some other options, we have hemp oil, but you can also type in full spectrum oil. Now, some of the big dogs are also on these, but you need to come up with variations of keywords where maybe you can scrape off some of that search traffic and not have to pay and fight with some of the bigger companies. So for example, whole plant hemp oil, broad spectrum hemp oil, hemp elixir. Now what's cool about hemp elixir is, I saw this earlier, let me see if it's still here. Well, hemp tonic. Now if I type in hemp tonic, look at this. Sparkling water, sparkling hemp waters.
That's cool.
That's cool. And you don't typically see that. So this is another great way to do it if you have a sparkling water or a drink product. I think you can do this with gummies too, if I'm not mistaken. Let's check. Yeah, look at that.
Yeah.
Well, yep. Just hemp gummies, 750 milligram jars. So guys, if you were trying to advertise gummies, how many people are trying to fucking advertise gummies? Excuse my language. How many guys are trying to advertise gummies that have no clue where to go? Because Facebook and Instagram, there's no clear, easy way to advertise gummies. You can do educational articles, but that's about it. But you can't do direct response for gummies. If you want to do gummies, Google Ads is a great way to go about it, and you can do it now with Google search keywords. And it's just, it's coming up with variations of those keywords. Here's Joy Organics, one of our buddies. They have a malware attack. So now that's something you gotta be careful about. Something to notice here, what's happening here is I just clicked on Joy Organics ads. You should probably let them know, Matt. But when I click on their ads, it's actually bringing me to a malware. That means that their website got infected, and it takes search traffic and it redirects it to a malware link. This happened to one of our clients before, and we got it fixed. We use an app called Scurry. So if you ever run into a similar issue, Scurry is the app to fix that problem.
Nice.
Cool. All right, so that's how you do it. Any questions, Matt?
That was a lot of knowledge packed into like 10 minutes there. And if anybody watching has the motivation, Aaron just gave you the keys to the car. Now all you got to do is just execute. And if you have any issues with any of those things, just contact us and we can see if we can work something out. And that's all we do all day long is help CBD brands and cannabis brands get ads going. And so we're here to help you guys. And so, yeah, that was amazing, Aaron. And so we'll see you guys next week. We got another meeting coming up. We got a packed day today of meetings, which we love.
And we also are working on, just so you guys know, to keep a lookout for, we're going to work on a Facebook and Instagram and Google and Snapchat ads course for CBD and cannabis products, where I'm going to go in depth and do kind of an over my shoulder review of how I'm getting these ads live, which ones I'm getting live, what I'm running, what kind of content, what kind of creatives I'm running, step-by-step walkthrough. That's going to be a more affordable price point, so we can get this information out to you guys, and you can start implementing this yourself. So be on the lookout for that. And thank you for joining me and Matt. We're excited to be working with you guys, and we look forward to speaking to you on our next podcast.
Thanks, everybody. We'll see you next time. Bye.